Very cool. So this is February the 16th. My apologies for starting a little late this morning. So February 16th, this is going to be the, I don't know, quite a number of the sessions that we've
I
had.
don't know. It's going to be.
Yeah, quite a few, right? And but it's only the second this year, right? Because we missed last week because we didn't have the bandwidth.
Yes.
And so let's get going with the data that you provided last week, and we'll take it from there. And then we'll take a break.
All right.
And then we'll take a break, and then we'll talk about the vertebra and get you set up and going with that.
Okay.
In the second.
Okay, cool.
So I think I have loaded things up for us to look at right away. Let's see if that is the case. Yes, it is. Good. Share. Okay, so here we go. That was an interesting 3 or 4 weeks, and now a 5th week that you've had.
Yeah.
So that was 5 weeks. So actually, we're now 6 weeks from the 1/1/21, right?
Right.
Or somewhere in there. And you went through. How was the cracked rib?
It's healing.
Yeah.
It just depends on if you choose to move in a wrong way, and you'll definitely know it. But it's way better than it was.
Good.
6 weeks ago. Way better. So
good.
We're on a past, I think, the healing crisis on that one.
Good. Did you apply the Danas on top of the crack?
Yes.
Bruise. And how did that affect it? What frequency are you using?
At first it didn't do so. At first it wasn't, when you first do it, it's like, because, all I got to do is move and it still hurts. And so at first it didn't, but then eventually it did. And I've got it in here. It's on if you go down your thing,
okay,
you'll see if you go down to the second pain location, the first one was the knee. Second one then was a new location. I don't know where that is.
Here we go.
Secondary pain. There it is. 5th rib, bruised or cracked, which was cracked. So, so there we go. So you can see,
Right. Okay.
As long as I did not move at first. Yeah. For the first 5 days, not much relief. Then, and then,
So it changed from
the knee
massive to 3. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So this change of pain, how do I get into this edit? Right. This change of pain, how many days did it take to get down to that 3? Did you just say 5 and I missed it?
Just one moment. I have to check this. I'm supposed to hear back from somebody regarding something. I'll be right back. Sorry about that.
No problem. So I'm trying to stop.
At first it didn't have, the first 5 days it didn't have at all. But then.
Yeah. For the first 5 days, not much relief. Then 5-2 to 2 for the next 4 days. Then 5-1 until healed. Good. Screen IRs. Twice a day. Once a day. Okay, so we've come
back.
Okay, good.
False alarm. Sorry about that.
Okay, so we did good. You did good on this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does. It makes a significant difference. Having broken a rib before, through and through, I broke a rib before, and so this just. Yeah, I didn't have PCO that time, but boy, I tell you, really makes a difference. And of course, my knee, I think what's happened, and I could tell you I figured out what's going on there. If, you know, if I move it in such a way, it's like it's pinching something, like there's a ligament or something in there that I pinch. And so then of course it sends shooting pains up my leg and down my leg. And then I have to see, and I take a while and I try to rearrange it and try to get it, you know, so that it, and then I use, of course, the PCM on it, and, you know, and it gets better. So it's just a matter of, we're at a point where if it gets stuck inside pinching or something, whoa, you know, and of course that's, and I think it's related to the fact that, you know, that I did that tear on my, you know, on my hip, that in fact, you know, the changing of it, maybe, I don't know, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Good. Okay. And so okay, how's the knee doing now?
It fine when that doesn't happen.
Right. So have you been no problem, unless when it happens, right?
No problem until it pitches again.
Right. Okay. Have you been able to do the exercise and the steps and etc.?
No.
Okay.
Nope,
So
not yet.
Not yet. Okay. So we're waiting to get back into that. Good.
Right.
Okay. Secondary pain, we just looked at that. No new locations after that one, thank goodness. Oh, just a comment on this one. And I may have missed it whilst you were on, you had to take that call or whatever. I was looking for the frequencies that you were using.
77.
Right. It should be 200.
Both of them 70. Oh, it should have been 200. Ah, Eureka, I have found it.
Right. I think you made a comment. I'd look at the vertebra. I saw you made a comment on that in the vertebra. Yeah. For that type of, for all intense pain, always start with that 200 and then go to the 77.
Okay.
That just slipped your memory banks. I know we've mentioned it before.
Yeah, you did before, and I was using the 200 on my knee, and then when I, you know, I made that comment on the vertebrae thing, that I realized, oh, 200 is only for the intense pain, and 77 is when we're trying to build up our neuropeptides. And so I went, okay.
Okay. Yeah, no
So
problem.
I have, and of course, that was just this last week. So, you know, so now I know. I mean, because you had me doing 200 on my knee for a while.
Yeah.
And then I went back to the 77. So it's good. It's good. So I do know that. I just need to apply it.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to, yeah, good. So gloves and socks. Yeah, boy. Yeah, this has been a real stumbling block for you. That rib. Wow. That's like pushed you back a couple of months almost, isn't it? I think by the time we get,
Yeah,
well,
and I wonder if it isn't because I do definitely have, you know, one that I do believe my husband hit on something when he said, I think your one leg is a little bit shorter than the other now since I did the hip thing, you know, because it's only 1 inch holding on, that huge muscle that's there, only 1 inch is left holding on, and it probably shifted stuff. So it's probably affecting my knee more, you know, for whatever reason. It's finally my body's going, hello, you know, you're not even. So I have my husband doing, well, we just started it because I had a friend who had said, here's something you can do to see if you can get your leg to be even. And basically I lay on my stomach. My husband takes my other leg and he lifts it over my knee while I'm laying on my stomach. Hold on, I'm sorry about that. I'll turn this down. And so then it ends up then evening it out, but it doesn't stay even for a while. It's kind of a chiropractic move. I don't know how to do that. Oh, okay, I know how to do this. Just shut off the ringer. Okay. So, and so what happens is I lay flat. I just lay on the couch flat, and then it depends on which side he finds, which one's shorter. Then I turn that direction with my head. I have my hands flat by my side. Then when I do that, I turn my head to the side, put my hand behind this, just lay like that. And then he takes the one leg, lifts it over the other 4 times. And then I go back and put my hands, and then he stretches them, and you see if it's adjusted, and it does, it goes back to, but when he usually does it, he says, there's an inch here. There's always about an inch. That's a big amount to have it not straight. And I don't see a chiropractor anymore, but so we're going to try that now. And I'll report.
Okay. Do you have any neck pain or any upper back pains?
No.
Okay.
None. No.
Right. Okay, good. The other thing that will help straighten that out is the Ninja 2, the lift.
Ninja, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I would definitely yeah. Because what we need to do is make sure that all of the other muscles going down the paravertebrals are all aligned too, because we need to keep that spinal column on top of the hip, on top of the bone, totally in alignment. So I would encourage you to get back into doing this, the Ninja lift.
Okay.
On either side.
Okay. And
yeah.
Okay.
And then the other thing, which I don't think, just as a reminder, I'm holding on to the bottom of my chair with my right hand right now. And if I were to put the device on there, I would want to stretch, and I'm pulling hard on this hand on the bottom of my chair. So I'm really opening up this whole region in there. So when I've got the device on the trigeminals in there, it's going to really, it's wanting to go up, but you're going to hold it there. So it's going to want to go up, but then just make little movements, to try and to stretch out the muscles going down the back into the underneath the scapula there and towards the bottom of the rhomboids.
Okay. I don't have any back pain, any of that going on. I've always had a very straight back. When I did I went to a chiropractor just because I wanted to be healthy, and she said, you got the best curve on the back of your neck I've ever seen. You've got everything straight, but we'll just maintain it. Well, then I quit going. And the thing is what my uncle, when I was born, my uncle was a chiropractor, was studying to be a chiropractor at that time. And so when I was born, he said, let me do an adjustment for her as soon as she was born. So I had the best thing I could have ever had, because I had an uncle that came and made sure that I was straight and did an adjustment like they do with babies. And, my mom was because back then chiropractors were considered, voodoo medicine. And my mom, being, she's a public health nurse, was a public health nurse. But my dad said, no, let's let him do this, because he was studying chiropractic at the time after coming back from World War II. And so he did that. And I swear I've been healthier than the rest of my family, I swear, because that happened to me when I was born.
That is very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. Wow. Well, you lucked out. Good. Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I say thank you.
Right.
Always, I'm not in charge of that. I do believe that I was helped.
So help me understand. If this joint here was, say, your what do you call this joint under here? The hip joints, right? On the pelvis. And one leg is longer than the other, right? Is the leg longer or is the hip twisted?
Well, that one I don't know.
Okay,
I have no idea. That's a good question. I have no idea.
right? So when your husband makes that adjustment, so he's holding your ankles or whatever he's doing, right? And he's seeing this one.
Ankle, correct.
Well, yeah, okay. So he's seeing that one is longer. The right one, I think you said.
Yeah.
Okay, so the right
Yes.
one's a little longer. Have him look and see the alignment at the top of your pelvis, just to see if there's,
Oh, that's a good idea.
Right.
I'll have him do that.
right? Because,
Okay. Yeah, I'll have him do that.
is it that the bone and the joint is an inch longer for some reason on the right than the left? Or is it that much more likely that the pelvis is twisted a little bit and you
Could
don't
be.
know?
Could be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. And it may not even be related. It might just be because I don't have anything left as a pad on my right hand anymore.
Right.
Maybe that pad is about like that. It's no longer there. So that's why I'm off. I don't know.
Right. Okay, good. And okay. Yeah, well, I think that
So
was,
we'll do that.
yeah,
Thanks.
so 200 hertz. When you have like massive pain, bam, hit it with the 200 hertz until it starts to numb out.
Okay.
And then you use the
Okay.
77. You remember when we were doing the original 200, I had you do it quite a bit to begin with, and then we sort of eased off into the 77. And that was the reason why. It's just to get rid of the pain so the rest of the tissue can have, not have that stress in it, and everything. A rest. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go to the magical numbers. And I think I put that up on here. Yes, photos. Here we go. And I'll have to expand this in order for us to see it. And yeah, let's do it. Bam, bam, bam. So we have actually got another week where we're talking, which we don't have the numbers for yet, but we'll get that next time.
Right. I didn't know if you wanted me to send it or not. I have them, but I got that piece of paper, but I didn't send it to you because I figured we were doing last week's. So
Yeah. Okay, no problem.
do you want me to go get it and
No,
tell you what I have on it?
let's.
Okay.
Oh, what would be nice is to know the total MEDs in the morning and the evening from what you have. That would be good.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Okay. So what we're going to be doing here, for anybody watching this later on, is, as you can see from here, we've been doing these numbers for a long time. And I'm just going to mute just a second. And for a long time, starting in 5/18/20, after we got stabilized with some major issues that were going on. And so we now have quite a few. Yeah, Lindy, you're going to have to unmute. Oh, there we go. And so what we've been doing is keeping these numbers, and they've been progressively getting better and better. When there's been a sort of a healing crisis, the numbers go haywire, and so that's actually what we're going to be looking at, which is going to be very interesting now, because this is the numbers that are associated with the cracked rib and all of that trauma that was in the body. So let's go to this one and see if we can make it bigger. So I believe the last time was the time before this, so it was week 35. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so the last time that we had a meeting, it was week 34 that we ended on. So we're beginning at week 5, and we've got a sore throat coming up, and we have 7 meds in the morning and 7 in the evening. Now, and now we're getting into, is this where okay, yeah, you had the coughing, pulled muscle, which was the rib, right? I believe, right, Tracy?
Yep.
And
Yeah, you know how you are, you're not sure, and then all of a sudden,
right.
yep,
And we're getting immediately more MEDs showing up. Oh, thank you. I see it there. And okay, got it on. Okay, so I got this week's that's just come from text. Thank you. So I can put that up to the
I figured that would be the easiest way to do it.
yeah, perfect. And so
Oh, I
we've got
forgot to
more
color it in.
numbers
Sorry about that.
and more trauma happening over those weeks. Yeah, Trace, why don't you go through these notes that you have here and just put it live here. You got coughing and congestion continued.
Mhm.
And
I just had a cold, so
right.
no big deal.
But then here is this 113, 114. Is that when we had the right? Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
So that was that.
Yeah, you
happened.
got it.
Yeah, 113. So the numbers are okay. So we've got 1 in the morning on either side, at the jaw and the cheek, and up here. Oh my God! Yeah, the next day we got a whole bunch of numbers, didn't we? 1,
Yes,
2,
yes.
3, 4, 5, 6. And then over here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And stabilizing by 116. In the mornings it was completely stable, wasn't it there? Interesting.
Mhm.
And then 117, it was
Yeah,
a couple of little small
fine.
spots in the evening.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Next week, the following week, week's 37, we're calling it, starting on 120. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, for a total of 10 in the morning and 12 in the evening. Okay. Now we would expect with the leg and the knee. Let me see. We would expect the readings on, that was the right knee, correct? I mean, right side of the rib, right rib.
Both on the right.
Okay, right. Okay, all right.
My right side does not like me on this point.
Yeah, there's a real sick joke about that, but I won't go there. It's amazing. I don't really remember any jokes ever, but the sick ones I do. And so on here, we're really stacking up the numbers now by the third week, or the, excuse me, yeah, the third week afterwards. I wonder if that's because you're not getting the exercise anymore.
I don't know. Could be.
That's my take on that one. Right, it's because it's building. You know, the numbers of,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Depends on if I pinch it or not, you know?
yes. Depends if you laugh or not, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I could laugh now. I don't have to worry about my rib.
Right knee. Okay. And then not.
I started using
Well,
I believe.
okay.
That it looks like this, I believe. It's I believe it comes from Great Britain, from your neck of the woods growing up. And what it does is it's ibuprofen, and you don't have to take it internally. We don't have this in the US, but you don't have to take it internally. It's a gel that has the ibuprofen in it. So I got to the point where I said, I hurt so much, I'm going to put that stuff on. My husband has that stuff. So I put it on. And it's got 10%, 20%, I believe, in a gel. And then that helped.
Excellent. Excellent. You know, sometimes for staph infections, I do a similar thing. Instead of taking the antibiotic internally, I'll just smash one of the things or crack off a bit of the pill, tiny bit, and then I'll smash that down and mix it with some coconut butter, and then I'll put that directly on the infection.
What a good idea. And I'm sure that's exactly what this stuff is. I
Yeah,
could
sounds
probably
like
have
the
done
same.
that at home.
Sounds like the same principle. It does work.
Yeah, sounds like that's what it is. Yeah.
And you don't need to have it systemically then. And then
Yep,
this,
that's what I didn't want. I don't like putting a lot of stuff in me, so.
right. And then this week we got a whole bunch of numbers.
Well, and I realized I didn't color it in the last 3 days.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, so let's
yeah,
get
sorry about that.
let's get to
I
this.
forgot to put the orange and the yellow on the last 3 days. Oh, no, I forgot to put it on the fourth. I only got it on the first 3 days. I forgot to do it in the PM. I always color it in before I send it to you. So, I usually do it early and then I sometimes forget and I go, oh, I'll color it in before I send. But I hadn't sent it. So you'll just notice I don't have the colorfulness in it.
Yeah, no problem. Let's see. 1, 2, yeah. It's going to take.
Yeah, it continued, but got better. At the
has,
end
isn't
of the week.
Yeah. Sleep sevens. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. Okay. So unfortunately, I wanted to just hold this up to the screen, but I think the program is just blacking this out. Wow. Right. I mean, to do, yeah, on 214, you're okay. You had 1 med, right? Yep.
Yeah, 214, it ended up okay. And I did my numbers this morning and they're very similar.
Oh,
So something's switched around. So
okay.
I can go get the one from today.
Excellent. Stabilized again, hasn't it?
I think so. You want me to go get
No, this
from
is
today, just like,
no, this is good.
okay? All right.
I mean, if it's similar, then it's good.
Yeah,
So-
it's very similar. So it looks like it's, you could see all of a sudden it started changing on like the 13th. No, yeah, the 13th and then the 14th and then today. So that's good.
That's
So
excellent.
it ran its course, whatever that is.
Excellent, Trace. So let's see. Exercise. Bam.
I will eventually get there.
I hereby encourage you to get out there and walk those steps.
Stairs are tough to do out in that snow. We don't have stairs. Well, my husband's, he's gone ahead and shoveled it, but we didn't have stairs because we had 3 foot of snow. So
Right. Yeah. Oh my God. I've been going up, as you know, Mauna Loa and Mauna Kea in the snow.
Yes.
There's people going up there on the Mauna Loa side, which is rock, with surfboards, thinking they can find enough snow to slide down without ending up in a
for
rock,
fun.
and then being airlifted out of here to Honolulu because they are all busted up, which has been happening.
Oh my Lord.
Crazy people.
Yeah, that is insane.
And they've never been up at those elevations, and then they get on a snowboard and they hike up anyway. Enough of that story. Not nice.
Yeah, exactly. Not nice at all. Wow.
Yeah. So, Trace, what's standing between you and doing the exercises right now?
Pain.
Okay. So 200 hertz, right?
Pain is what is doing it. And a lot of that, of course, is I did attempt, to do the lift, do my PT, what I call my PT that they did for the hip exercises. And I still have a bit of a problem with my if I'm not moving in a certain way, and of course I end up moving in a certain way, it does hurt the rib. But it's the knee. It's the knee that isn't, because it locks in a different way. And, I have to lift my leg up on one side, lift my leg up, and then it locks it a different way. And then I go to put it down. And it's like, whoa, whatever's in there pinches. So I'm not doing any of that until I can figure out what's going on there. And I think it's going to be the vertebrae that's going to change it.
Okay. And we'll get to that in the next session.
In the next session.
Right. Incidentally, did you actually use the vertebra yet?
I'm sorry, what?
Did you?
I haven't used it yet. You just said unpack it.
Okay.
See, I have a dog. I can't just leave it on the floor. The dog will destroy it. So I took it out. I made sure everything was in there. The only thing that didn't come with it was were those sheets that you talked about in your videos, you know, those sheets to cover it, but I don't care if I have those paper sheets or whatever they're called. They weren't in there, but everything else seemed to come. So and a packet where it was in English, you know, pieces of papers that had it in English. The booklet, of course, is in Russian, but the packets they sent, you know, where they had printed it out in English. So I have that to look at, but I had, you know, your setup and all that stuff. And I did not have a power source to test out the power though. So I now have that power source. It came yesterday.
Excellent.
And I got one of those things you have that you just,
battery.
you know, yeah, an external battery. And so I got one of those. Where I have to have it, I didn't have a source to be able to plug it in. So I thought I'm just going to go with what you suggest. That I didn't have any batteries either. That was my conundrum.
Right.
I had found out before this.
So
it took a while to get that hooked up, but we'll talk about that, I suppose, next time.
Yeah. In the next session, in half an hour, whatever it is. Okay, so I'm just making some notes here. Some stuff that I've been suggesting, which is the Ninja 2 lift, right on the neck. Underlying 200 hertz for the pain, right? And right. Linda's got the leg length, right? Measure hip tilt. Okay. What else did we talk, Lindy?
Yeah, exercise and try.
Yeah. And we've got to get you back into the exercise. God bless you. It's got to happen. We need to get that back to where you were. So you haven't been exercising because of the hip or because of the rib?
Both.
I mean the knee and the hip. Okay. And the knee is how painful is the knee now?
Well, today it's pretty good. I don't have stairs to go up and down though, but I can try the other stuff. Yeah.
Right.
I'm not until my stairs are all outside and we're going down to 2 below 0. I'm not going to be out there. So to let you know, I won't be doing stairs for a while. So we'll wait. I have to, you know, we just don't, that's just not part of what we have. So, I mean, my stairs are outside and they are full of snow, slippery, and we are heading down to 0 degrees and then the next night below 0. So, I'm not going to be doing stairs anyway. So we'll just leave it as I'll do the PT now. So I could try that today and I'll let you know.
Right.
Let you know.
Or could you make it just a step with in the house that you could just hold on to the counter and step up onto something and down?
Go up one, come down one. Go up one, come down one.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can find. That's actually a good idea. I didn't think about it. Just go up one, come back down, go up one, go back down. Okay. Yeah.
Like
you're clever. You're very clever.
Hold on to the kitchen counter or something, you know, whilst you do it. Right.
I could set up my kitchen pots and pans and have them go up. Then no, I'm kidding. I wouldn't be able to do that. Okay, make a stair.
Start with the skillets and then get to the big deep pans later. Right?
Oh my God.
I hope you don't have some. I hope for your sake you don't have some of those 12-quart pans. Are going to be great. Going to step in place. Hold on to counter, whatever. Okay. And yeah, because that's I think that's it. Now, nutrition wise, you've been doing the left.
No.
Okay.
I actually do my own kind of thing. What ended up happening with me on that one is I realized that I had gotten to a plateau and it didn't matter what I had. I couldn't go down. I have to have carbohydrates for me to go. And I know this because I've done the DNA test as to what I need to have, I cannot stay on a pure protein kind of thing without any carbohydrates. So I have switched, but yeah. And then I started to lose again. I was on a plateau for 4 weeks and still doing what he says to do. And for me, I went really, so then I went back to vegetables that have the carbohydrates because he has you on 0 carbohydrates.
Oh, okay.
And it was not, I mean, I was losing, and then I got to a plateau and that was the end of that. So I've gone on to my own. I use quinoa, and I don't do it in massive amounts, but I have to have some carbohydrates. But I already knew that going into that, but I thought maybe it would work for me because I've never tried something like that before. So I'm doing one that I think is working much better, but we'll see.
Good. And where is your weight now? When did you last measure?
I haven't. I was so frustrated that I only was able to lose 19 pounds, and that's as far as I got on a plateau for almost 4 weeks.
Right.
And so I have still at that weight, but I haven't done the adding the carbohydrates yet, but I've gone off of it. I haven't started my own way I'm going to do it. So, but I haven't gained weight, but I had some potato chips the other day, which really tasted good. But
it's
but
a problem, isn't it?
that's my nemesis.
Right. I wrestle with those gluttony demons all the time.
I know. But I now have I can get them made with sweet potato, which I think is a better thing.
Mm-hmm.
But
Totally. Actually, Lindy made some sweet potato fritters last night, or pancakes, I guess you call them.
ooh,
They were yummy, onion and garlic.
yum.
And grated yams. Yep, grated yams. Yummy.
I love sweet potato. So that's kind of my potato chips. My nemesis is ketchup potato chips. They come out of Canada. My husband gets them. They're one of his favorite. And they are beyond delicious because for me it's the vinegar in it. I love vinegar. So it's the vinegar in it. So I had some of those. I had them for Valentine's Day. He said, you have to have something red. And of course they're red, but they're terrible for you.
Yeah,
But I did not get on the scale since I had the potato chips. So I'm going to go back starting tomorrow. I said, I'll talk to you and then I'll go back. But I think I've got it set up pretty well. And of course I'm going to start doing, more carbohydrates. And I do love the sweet potato. So that's, my husband just has to go pick them up at the store. So I'll be making a stair to go up one. I'm going to try to see about finding out about the alignment of my pelvis. We're going to do the ninja lift.
Right.
And I'm going to start exercising with my PT exercises and see if I can go up that one stair and back down that one stair. Cool.
Yes.
And pots and pans. Think of that.
And lose a pound,
Lose a pound.
Yeah.
Well, that one I lose. I don't like that word. I put reduce.
Okay.
Because I don't want to lose stuff around me.
Okay, we'll reduce.
So I'll reduce. I will reduce. That's what I put on it.
There we go.
We can always reduce stuff in our lives, right?
So reduce 1 or more pounds, right?
I like it. 1. I'm putting 1. You said
Yeah.
1. You said 1. Wow. One,
Hey.
1 or whatever.
Yeah, no pressure, you know. 1 should be easy.
No pressure. There's no pressure with 1 pound, but I'm sure it'll be more.
1 kilogram.
I wonder what Sherlock would have to say about that. Oh, nasty man. Okay. And what else we got, Lindy? I think.
Exercise, nutrition, cold shower.
Oh, how are the cold showers? They must be cold.
Well, I didn't do cold showers. I did not do any cold showers because when I go, my because I do it every time I go, and your hip, not my hip, my rib goes,
Yeah.
so I haven't done a cold shower. That might be another reason those numbers were the way they were, because I could not do a cold shower with my rib.
Right. Could you
I
do
could go out and lay in the snow.
could you do a cool shower? You know, just not like terrible cold.
Yeah,
but-
I could go to a cool shower. Sure, I could do that. But yeah, I didn't because of there was just no way, it hurt too much. So, but I'm at the point I think I could go back to it. We'll try it. Okay, shower, got it.
Snow foot bath.
Linda's saying a snow foot bath. Put your feet in the snow.
A what? Ooh,
You could,
Yeah.
yeah.
I could walk out on the porch in the back where no one's and barefoot and see how I do. Hey, I'll see what I can do, Lindy.
Uh-huh. I tried that.
Oh, actually, she's
Up
right.
in the mountain, I tried that. Yes, the other day on Mauna Loa, I tried barefoot in the snow. That was really nice.
Oh, wow. Didn't know you did that. Yeah. Cool.
All right, I could, you know what? I'm up for that. I mean, we used to, when I was little, take our saunas, we'd take a sauna. Then if it was snowing out, we'd go out and roll in the snow, but we were little kids. We thought that was great,
Yeah.
So that's not a bad idea, barefoot in snow.
Do you still have a sauna?
No.
Okay.
No. That was my growing up with my family. No, we don't have it.
You know this.
No, that was part of the, growing up, having a sauna and sweat lodges is what we grew up with.
Right. Right.
No, not here.
Right. Okay, I'm going to put those up. So there's a bunch of stuff up in the chat there that I've been keeping notes on for you, and I think I've got most of those points in there. If you can see that, and I'll be sending that to you anyway, but I think you've got all the points there. Yeah, I think we're good to go on this, damage control, basically, right? And
Yes.
and moving forward with it from this new position. And
Yeah.
So congratulations, Tracy, and I'm so sorry you cracked your rib. Holy Moses. When I heard that last week, I went like, oh no, that's the last thing anybody needs,
True. I totally agree with you.
Oh,
My dog has been she's just a delight. She's in a crate that you don't hear her barking because I put her in a crate, but she is just a delight. But she, of course, I did not even think about going on the floor, that she would find that a playful thing, and she jumped right on me. And I'm like, oh my God. And of course, she is the reason I went down with my hip, because she stole something off the thing. My feet didn't move. I turned really fast and fell. And that's how I ripped my hip. So she's 2 now, two times. So, but my fault. She was not, she was just being a dog.
right.
I didn't think like that. I didn't think about what's she going to do when I get on the floor,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's going to play with me. Jump. I'm like,
Right.
oh no.
Right.
So she will be in her crate when I get out the vertebrae and put it on the floor. She will be in her crate. That will never, that's never gonna happen again. I didn't even
We
think
don't need
about
that.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So let's go for the hour. I think I can get ready by then. And we'll start the new session on the hour in what, 8 minutes or whatever it is.
8 minutes. Okay, we'll be back in 8 minutes. Okay, sounds good. Do you
Yeah.
want me to have that? We could say goodbye and then I'll ask you this when we get into the next session. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, actually, I need to make it more like 10 after, because I need to let this one render to the machine before I start a new. I don't want to
Sure,
do
no
that.
problem. Let's make it, let's make it 10 minutes after the hour. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Or 20 minutes after the hour works.
No, it doesn't
too, if
take that
that's
long.
better.
Yeah, 10 will be good. Yeah, because we've got 17 minutes.
All right, so 10 after the hour. Okay, well then we'll see you soon.
Okay, aloha.